Hummingbird keepers of the light. Let me tell you, the hummingbirds, I don't know if you've seen my video. If you haven't, ever since then, like yesterday I was in the yard and it was just hummingbird central, chasing each other away from the feeder, coming to the feeder. I mean, religious continuously, coming down when I call them 22 seconds. Like, come on, come down here. And they'll literally come down. This morning, or this grand rising, there is nothing good about morning, 33 seconds. One of those word trickeries. Word spells, cursive, if you know what I'm saying. And two hummingbirds came down together, 44, the male and the female probably. And then the males they're very territorial of a feeder. And so as yesterday, they kept male kept chasing another male probably away from the feeder. And it was just glory. I had so many animals. I have so many messages. So I had so many animals. Keeper of the light, the anchors of the light, Libra and Taurus. Libra, I got something coming for you about the whales, about your last reading. So I'm going to work on that. Did I just see an orb? What was that? What the heck was that? I saw something. The dog's days of summer, right? The dog days. So the lion's gate was 8/8. That's the most powerful day. That's the day when the alignment happens. But they're the dog days of summer, leading up to and after. Okay. Oh, I got goosebumps again. I don't know. I don't know if it, all right. I'm not even gonna bother to show you. I got goosebumps. Just trust me. Oh gosh. Here. So oh shoot. Okay, never mind. See, that's why I didn't want to do it, because I didn't think it. I can't get it over there. Goosebumps? Okay, they're gone now. Oh goodness, myself. The dog days of summer. When I'm outside filming in the light, my camera be jumping. You see how my camera's still now? But when I take it out in the light to film stuff for y'all, my camera's jumping. That's the starlight. That's how much energy, that's how many photons, that's how much light is in the air. The other day, I came outside, it felt like it was brighter that day than it was on 8/8, because Star Sirius is still shining down on us with our sun. There's still hella light, like 2:44 on the clock. My plants are just soaking up so much. They are photosynthesizing so much. They're just drinking water. Like, I feel like I'm just watering and it's not even because it's hot. It's just they're photosynthesizing. It's the sun. It's the light, right? So these are the dog days of summer. So we're going to be feeling this. This isn't just about 8/8 and now it's over. Bam. No, 3:14 on the clock, right? I did a video yesterday and I was rewatching it. I filmed the hummingbirds coming to my feeders. I was sitting right there watching them. And I was talking about the animal messengers that I had pulled in the huge general reading for the signs 333 on the clock. That's funny. I'm telling this story. Oh my gosh. I didn't upload any of my intro or outro stuff because I wanted the timeline to stay where it was, 3:44. I was rewatching it back and it's jumping, right? Filming the hummingbirds. Do you know a hawk was sitting in the tree and swooped down? But because my camera was jumping, you can't really see it. But I was talking about all the animal messengers, the fox of the 8/8 Stargate portal. I just said Stargate. Coyote, fox, fish, cow, hawk. What were the other ones? Fish, cow, hawk, cat. Oh, there's one more. Anyways, and I was like, oh, I only did 7. But I'm going to add butterflies because butterflies were in there. 440. And that would be number 8. And then I said, I'm going to do one for hummingbirds, number 9. And I said that 9 at 333. Shut the front door, right? This is the kind of magic that's happening. Like, I'm loving it. I'm asking for more. this brilliance of the universe. Like, how do they freaking do that? I love divine mechanics. So anyway, so the hummingbird, keeper of the light, and we're receiving all this light right now. Number 33 coming up. I then came in and asked my own personal deck, what is the what I was out in the yard, I came in real quick and said, what is the hummingbird bringing me? And it brought, and I said, tell me what message the hummingbird is bringing. And I got 333, 222, and animal messenger. I posted a picture on my community posts and on my Instagram, the Flowering Magi. Also, this is my only channel. I don't reach out. If I reach out to you to do a reading, it's because I feel drawn to do a reading for you for free. But if anybody is reaching out to you or any other Flowering Magi 555 on the clock, I have 2 Instagrams. I started one, and then the other one is the one I actually use. So there are 2 Instagrams, but that's it. I don't do anything else. So I just want to make that clear. Anywho, so I got Animal Messenger 333 and 222. Shut the French toast up. Now, I was saying that the hummingbird likes my husband. And then after I really looked into the hummingbird and did some more research, my husband has been through a lot, seen a lot, and the hummingbird is a messenger of keeping your light. I'm going to read it right now. Opening your heart, letting the shadows out and letting the light back into your heart. And that's why the hummingbird is so drawn to him. It's trying to open his heart. My heart's already open, or the bitterness or whatever. And it is what it is. We all have stuff that we're working on. And it's like the hummingbird is God, literally like, let me in. And what's funny is my animal messenger card is the same color as this keeper of the light card, 7-11 on the clock. So we got the number 33, and I am a life path 33, yellow Mintakan starseed RH negative empath. So far. FYI. As within, so without. Recharge in nature and peace in silence. The keeper of the light is illuminating your pathway. 7:44. Second time I've seen that today. 7:44 on the clock. The winged one within this mandala reminds you to keep your heart open and your wings spread wide. Yes, I just posted something about the star Sirius is giving us our wings. Open your world within to reveal your outer world. When you do things like that, the way that the frequency that you're giving off, the vibration, the energy, the world responds to you different. The animals, the elementals, the unseen, all of these things, the trees, the clouds, all of it start acting different. Okay? It's breathtaking, actually. You have allowed yourself to become disconnected from your spirit, from the light that gives you life. Ooh, that came up earlier in my Compendium of Constellations deck. This is my Native Heart Healing Oracle deck, based off of indigenous, native Lakota wisdom for the most part. This mandala encourages you to reconnect with all things of nature, to rediscover yourself. Yesterday, so let me get back to that real quick. So there was a hawk in the tree, hummingbird. We have a colony of feral cats, right? I did see the cat yesterday morning in the yard trying to get one of my birds. Hummingbirds, goldfinches, squirrels, butterflies, spiders. I had so much contact yesterday with animals. It was crazy. What was I going to say? The rabbit. I'm going to do something. Well, I might do something on the rabbit. Y'all let me know. Let me know what animals you're having 9:55. interesting interactions with, and I'll do a poster reading, a collective reading. What does that mean? And since you asked the question, it's going to, 1010 give you if you're the person that's like, hey, I saw a rabbit, there's going to be a message in there for you as well as the collective, clearly. So just let me know. I love doing animal messages. I have a strong fairy connection with the fae, the little brothers, little sisters of the angels. Fairies are actually under the angels. They're the nature's little healers, nature's little employed staff, if you will. So there are hawks and a feral cat community around here. I've lived here 3 years. I've never seen a rabbit. Yesterday, around sunset, towards the end of the day, about 6ish or something, I saw a rabbit retreating I was like, what the French toast? And like I said, I live by, well, I didn't say this, but we have a lot of hawks because we live around a lot of forest preserves. We live on the outskirts, 1111, of the city of Chicago. So in between like the city and the suburbs, and then we're at the edge, kind of like if we drive further. Anywho, we live a lot of rural land if you go further west of us. So this man will encourage you to reconnect with all things of nature, to rediscover yourself. Your spirit is not hard to find. It has been with you all along. In many shamanic societies, and I have shamanic dance on the bottom of because I'm a dancer. I've loved dancing since I was a little girl. Sometimes when I dance, it's like a ride. It's so fun. It's like being on a ride. And sometimes I don't even have to think about it. And sometimes I can listen to songs. We call it having an ear for dancing. My girl China from the city back in the day, she used to have a nasty ear, meaning that you could hear a song, you could listen to a song you've never heard, or even just a DJ doing a mix, and you can hear what's coming next, the break, the stop. It's 12:21, 12:22. It's like really interesting, right? But 6s are coming up, 33, keeper of the light. Growth and development, transition, divine timing, transformation, going in a new direction. Dancing, singing, storytelling, and silence are universal healing salves. And since we're seeing the destruction of the business, 1244, of making music, now we're going to get back to making music to keep the light. Like Lauryn Hill said, music is supposed to inspire. How come we ain't getting no higher? The point when you stopped these activities is where you have experienced a loss of the soul. Sing and dance your spirit back. Enjoy the sweet territory of your inner silence, and allow yourself to listen to the inspiring stories of life. I love that song by Florence and the Machine. I love a well-written story told song with an anecdote at the end. I love song 1331. I love songs that lift your soul and your spirit. I love songs that speak truth to power. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of sick of all this degeneracy. 1344 on the clock. It's hard to dance when the devil's on your back, so shake it out. Florence and the Machine. Regrets collect like old friends, here to relive our darkest moments. I can see no way, I can see no way. All of the ghouls come out to play. Every demon wants his pound of flesh. I like to keep some things to myself. I like to keep my issues drawn. It's always darkest before the dawn. I am done with my graceless heart. Tonight I'm going to cut it out and then restart. I'm always dragging this horse around. All of its questions, such a mournful sound. Tonight I'm going to bury that horse in the ground. I'm ready to suffer. I'm ready to hope. Here's to shots in the dark at the end of my rope. I'm ready to suffer. I'm ready to hope. And something aimed right at my throat. I'm ready to suffer and I'm ready to hope. But the line that I wanted to, that really stood out to me today, and that song that came to me before this reading is, looking for heaven, found the devil in me. Looking for heaven, I found the devil in me. As within, so without. Key elements: crystalline white ray, emerald green ray, heart chakra, the four elements, the heart's song, reconnection, material wants, and earthly needs. Keeper of the light. Keep your light. Keep your wings open. Keep your heart open. Man, so we're going to ask the fairies. So this was my first deck 20 plus years ago. The fairies were the first. There's a fairy tale, a great called the Great Fairy Tale, which isn't what you think. The Great Fairy Tale is about the time they tell the story of the peace. There was an aeon of peace where everything was in harmony and balance. There was no suffering to the degree we know today. Life was just, it was just peace. And it's funny because that's what Moslem, Moslem, means. It means peace. A time in the peace. The fairies say that one day the sky opened up and there was like crashing, fiery noises and dark angular shapes started falling from the sky. And they said that is the day that the great unpeace started. And when I read that fairy tale, 1644, I think that's when having that understanding, like that's the fairies' view of whatever the French toast happened. Was it an atomic bomb testing? Was it the ancient astronauts? Was it a portal opening? What was it? But from there, from the fairies, they tell the story of the moving from the peace until the great unpeace, and we were closer to the end of that aeon, and we were moving into a time of peace. New location, keeper of the light. And this is this gives me that Six of Swords energy. If you can see, the fairy's she's on a little vessel here, a little marine vessel. And as her sails, she's got these three butterflies, and there's water here and a waterfall. And she's looking back, no regrets. Look at that happy little fairy face. New location. Keeping the light. New location. Follow your dreams. On the bottom of the deck, same green color energy as the... Pay attention to your dreams. A lot of dream messages coming in. Pay attention to what's happening in the foreground and as well as the background. Know that you can become lucid in your dreams. You can awaken your dreams. You can control your dreams. I've done it. I've experienced it. It's amazing. Haven't mastered it, but I've experienced it. And I've started to do a lot more of it. Like sometimes it's as simple as asking a question in a dream, like, and be careful, you will have people sneaking into your dreams. Ex-lovers, energies, people checking in on you, keeping tabs on you. And I'm not talking about your dream where it's all abstract and weird and you're like, what the hell? Why did I dream of my fifth grade teacher? Because that's your subconscious mind speaking to you in pictures and aspects of people that have come across your life. So whatever your fifth grade teacher meant to you, the first 3-4 things that you can think of to describe that person, that's your mind speaking to you in pictures, in images. That's how that works. But when you have a dream that's like different, I think you all know what I'm talking about. That's a message, an astral travel, a memory being recalled, a visitation. So just follow your dreams. But, a lot of dream energy, the red road that we walk on this earth, achieving our dreams, setting new dreams. Look at all the wings, just wings. Have your wings open. Lots of butterflies around. Okay, so the fairies are saying there's a new location. Maybe that's even specific, just could be about spending new time in nature. Yeah, to Eight of Cups. To walk to release and let go. Follow your dreams, walking away from everything else that hasn't served you. All the relationships, any kind of emotional control and manipulation, turning your back on it and walking away. I see mountains and water. Going to look for your Nine of Cups, your dream, and the world is on the bottom with the Wheel of Fortune underneath that. New location. The world is also a card of travel, seeing the world. You could be moving somewhere. I think a lot of you were being called, or your new energy is transforming. What's happening? All right, let's do. I said I did the fantastic creatures. Fantastical creatures. I love this tarot. It's like a oracle and tarot deck built into one. And you get to learn about all these mythological creatures. But let's see, what do we have? Oh, wow. The Knight of Wands. I think that's the Shendu. Oh, wow. This is exciting energy. Oh, look. And there's Two of Pentacles. That's so funny. A choice, a decision, a balance. Notice how the pentacle reflected in the water when it's reversed. Waters and stone, flowers. These are the fae that look after the little fairies. These are the fae that are like our size. Interesting. 22 minutes on the clock. The Knight of Wands. And yes, you have seen that creature before. So let me get my glasses so I can not fumble all the words. The Knight of Wands, the Shedu, Shedu. The Shedu. I really wish we would spell things phonetically, or at least put an accent de grave or accent de gros, something on it, so I know what the heck I'm saying. Images where the emphasis is. Images of massive winged bulls called the Shedu, and that's funny because a bull is the animal messenger, or a cow, and a male cow is a bull, right? Interesting. Called the Shedu, were placed at entrances to temples and palaces for protection. The Shedu are shown with wings, and then we have the wings again. The Shedu are shown with wings, a man's crowned head, and the body of a bull. They have their own language, but are proficient in communicating telepathically with humans. They use their psychic powers to work against evil, aid those in need, teach magicians positive spell work. Keepers of the light! Graduation time. And it's got to happen anyway. Your frequency is changing. You're changing. You're growing. The old isn't going to serve anymore. The Shedu's 5 legs represent the elements of earth, fire, air, water, and spirit. Oh, he does have 5 legs. The crown denotes spiritual enlightenment and the ability to pass the knowledge on to prepared humans, the keepers of the light. Divinatory meaning. Important, powerful forces are affecting the events in your life. Infinite gratitude. Infinite gratitude. Be certain you are on a positive path in order to take advantage of them. Good news is coming about a journey, a move, or a job change. What the French toast. And this, what's crazy is that this is like the same color energy as the new location. That kind of gray blue. Periwinkle. Is it periwinkle? I heard some of the artists out there, and they're like, "That's not Blu-ray." That's what I heard. This is a periwinkle. That's not a periwinkle either. Okay, okay. Tell me what color it is. I want to know. Lavender. What is it? It's not mauve. Is it mauve? Anywho, I'm just playing. I'm just being silly. Good news is coming about a journey, a move, or a job change. So some of you are going to go on some kind of journey, planned or unplanned, something that you've always dreamt about. Follow your dreams. Where is a place that you've always wanted to go? Or maybe you'll dream about it in the coming days. Somewhere beautiful, somewhere where you think this is going to be a journey that is going, it's almost like a quest. You're going to go there, and you're going to go with the flow, which has been coming up a lot. Just go with the flow of energy, and you're going to find, there's something about that ley line, that place, something that's going to open up about yourself, something that you're going to receive, some kind of enlightenment, some kind of knowledge. Earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. And then with that 8 of Cups, we saw what? Water and mountains. Some of you, that might be specific to you. Clearly used to learn how to balance all the elements in your life. And then we had the 2 of Pentacles on the bottom. A card of balance. Learning how to balance all the elements in your life. Your earth energy, your air energy, your fire energy, your water energy, and your own, what is that? X factor, your own spirit. Because even though we're each under a certain element, we still have all the elements. We all have fire, we all have water, we all have air, we all have earth in us. So learning how to master your will, learning how to master your mind and communication, learning how to master your intuition and your emotions, learning how to master your earthly plane, bringing in all of this, the spirit, all of that. Keepers of the light. Look at all these wings, just every French toast wear. I love it. The moon was beautiful. Oh my gosh, feather. I read something yesterday. One of them, there's so many readings I have to do about a feather. The peacock feather, I think. Ancestor contact that came up yesterday for me when I started to do the first reading for the Keeper of the Light, for the Hummingbird. Very interesting. Same ancient keys. Yep. I got a bunch of cards. I stopped the reading because I felt like I needed to experience the day. There would be more messages, more clarity, and it did. Ancient keys, ancestor contact, something you brought home with you, and visitor, parents, spend time near water. Some of you got that, spending time in nature, but a lot of you got spending time near water, and that might be where you're traveling. You might travel somewhere, you might be changing jobs, or just going on a journey, a move, or moving into a new house, a new place, or moving somewhere, wherever it is. It could be across the street. You might be happier. Who knows? Wow. Ancient keys, yeah. And it's a key to a treasure. It's a realization. It's something that is within you that is going to be unlocked. Okay. Yep. The sign, you're going to see a sign. 1111. I got the 111 energy, the 111111. And on the bottom of the deck, of course, we have the old good old 222. 6. Once again, 6. The days it's toughest, they are missing you from the veil. I don't know if that was your parents or whoever it is on the other side of the veil, your ancestor. They're wanting you to know when those days where you're feeling most vulnerable about their absence, about their transition, because that's what I believe in. The caterpillar does not die. It becomes a butterfly. It becomes a different being, a different creature. It ascends. It's somewhere else, doing something else. But you are still connected. either through your heart or literally through the blood that runs through your veins. So the days that it's toughest for you, know that they are missing you from the veil and they will be sending you signs. You will get, oh, I got goosebumps. You will, 30 minutes exactly on the clock. So just know that the next time that crap happens, that crap, next time you feel that like you're just having a really bad day, whoever it is that has transitioned and become an ancestor, know that they're thinking of you and missing you too, or they're around you. They're coming to see you because it's tough for them too. They're checking in on you or they're sending a messenger. Just know that. And guess what we have here? Stand in your bright, shining E equals MC squared. Sagittarius, your reading is one of the readings that Sagittarius, Taurus, Scorpio, and Capricorn. Your readings are the ones that resonated the most with the highest views. So, but Sagittarius, stand in your bright, shining energy equals MC squared. That was in your reading too. And we have chakra blockage, which would be your heart. Your heart is blocked. Message in a song. House cleaning time. Time to purge. If you want something new to come in, Knight of Wands is on the way. The fire, the energy, the change, the move, the wish that you asked for is coming true. One of the wishes. You know, we can't manifest everything we want at once. At least not yet. So, you know, patience. It's about the journey. It's not just a 3144. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey, the path, the choices, the wisdom, the people you meet along the way. The divine mechanic has to work its way out this world of duality. So, chakra blockage, and that's your heart chakra. I don't even have to look it up. Something's blocking your heart from receiving the light, the love, the blessings, the gift. And it doesn't have to be that way. The past is the past. I saw that earlier before when I was just pre-shuffling. It was, here it is right here, honeysuckle, living in the past. Honeysuckle is a flower essence, vibrational and homeopathic energy. So honeysuckle helps you deal with living in the past. You can get flower essences from Bach, from Bush. They've been making them for centuries, family owned. I don't know if it still is, but for a while it was family owned, for literally passed down for centuries. These people were making flower essences a century, a couple centuries, whatever. So Bach, Bush, you can get it. You can order it online, Amazon, Walmart. But honeysuckle, you put a couple drops under your tongue, you put it in your tea or your water. But if you feel like you're living in the past, and then we have this other one, impatience. We just talked about that. Isn't that funny? Impatience. That's a flower for impatience. What's the other one? And then we have sweet chestnut, extreme mental anguish when everything has been. Okay, Ben, who's Ben? I have to fix that. Everything has been tried and there is no light left. Oh, that's perfect. Extreme mental anguish when everything has been tried and there is no light left. Sweet chestnut. Shite. Okay, yeah. That one is funny. That one's facing another direction and it's not. I don't feel it correlates. I think that's a perfect, and you can blend those and make a formula as well. But look into it. I digress. All the knowledge is out there. Stand in your bright, shining energy. Don't let the shadows creep in. Make sure that you are the custodian. When I see the keeper of the light, that's the first thing I think is you are the custodian to keep your own light, to keep your light, to make sure your flame is going strong. You know what I'm saying? 34 was just on the clock. Know what you need to do. Like, you know what? I need to get up and shamanic dance. I need to just put on my favorite song or put on that song that jumps in your head really quick. If you dance or bop your head or blast it in the car, this is how dancing, spending some time in nature to rebalance, let it, all of that stuff, being grateful, keeps your heart open, keeps your wings open, and keeps you lifted to deal with whatever the French toast, because life is going to throw stuff our way. And it's all about how we deal with it, how we maneuver, modus operandi. So sometimes the choices that we make, the way that we deal with it. That's so funny. Wheel of Creation with the ancestor card on the bottom. Wow. The Wheel of Creation with the Lakota tribe. There's a 7 and a 1, which makes an 8. The Dog Days of Summer, the Hummingbird. Yeah, you are the custodian of your light. You know, even if it's just calling up an old friend that you loved hanging out with and going out and getting some victuals and libations, and it's one of the things I used to love about living in the city of Chicago. Is just that it's like, I mean, it's Chicago is such a beautiful French toast city, and you know what I mean. Just I strolling the avenue. Well, let's get a bubble tea and go see what we can do. Let's go get a bubble tea in Little Vietnam, and then we'll just walk and cruise the shops or something. Or my friend has a show. My friend's bartending over here. So that kind of energy, just find the enjoyment in life and embrace those times, because that's what balances out the darkness. It can't be the yin and the yang. It can't be all bad and all light and fun. It's got to be a balance of both. The darkness has to be there just as much as does the light. Unfortunately, or fortunately, that is how it is. And we're going to do the best we can. Oh, 37 minutes. I didn't mean it to be a 37-minute reading. Okay. But it is. And it is what it is. So I hope that this helps. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you for all your views. Thank you for your focus and your attention and your time. Energy flows where attention goes. Those are very valuable commodities. Thank you very much. 37:37 on the clock. May the force be with you.